Hi tubers, Carl Brown here with you. Sure, it's been a while. I always say it's been a while because I never come on the tube often as before. I try to when there's a reason and I think it's okay, I will come on. How have you been doing? I hope fine. In the meantime, please feel free to like, subscribe and hit the channel button, and of course I'll notify you whenever I'm on. Once again, thank you again for looking in and checking me out from time to time. And so much has happened over the past few weeks. It's amazing what took place, and hopefully that we will go through from this period with a smooth transition. We've just had what we call Freedom Day. I don't know, to me it's more like chaotic day than Freedom Day, where now supposedly businesses are open, everybody's meant to be going back to normal, but how can we proceed to normalcy when you've been through that period of lockdown, your mindset, everything is over, you really can't synchronize. Government's policies, yes, you're not compelled to wear a face mask in public places, except on public transportation, and when you're traveling around you can. But for me to just drop the face mask and just walk around, I find it difficult. So what I've been doing as a rule is when I'm on the public transportation, I do wear the face mask. And when I'm not, and on the streets or walking on the road, then it's okay, airspace. But still at the moment, I'm very cautious. And I think we all need to be very cautious. Clubs are opening, the pubs are opening, everything is back. Yeah, but can it ever be normal? But still, when traveling, there's a problem, there's a process, you have to go through this. So it's very stressful to travel, and even though you want to go on holidays, it's sort of like, how do we do it? But the destinations are opening and it's time for us to get going. In the meantime, we cannot drop our defenses and say, yeah, this is it. No, it wouldn't be. We've got to take care and look after ourselves, and that's important. And ever since before, when this pandemic started, I always say to people, let's go back to the herbs. They're actually doing herd immunization right now, which is like, okay, everybody's got a vaccine, so you are supposedly to be okay, but you don't need, even if you've got your vaccine, you still need to look after yourselves. And one of the things I've been doing, apart from really trying to take care, and first of all, we've lost so many people. Times have changed. People are going, people are leaving us, but thank God we're here. Thanks to the Creator, we're here. I was going through I would look at today. I would look at something that was really, hey, I said, hey, what's this? Let me go into my medicine cupboard. Everybody's got a medicine cupboard. And I grew up so much in Guyana. I always says I love Guyana. And my grandmother taught me to appreciate the little things, like your medicinal plants, all the bits that you need. And I grew with that, and I always have that. So I went into my medicine cupboard the other day, and here, I found, I was happy to discover, first of all, limacol. And I grew with limacol, the freshness of a breeze in a bottle. And I did something with limacol the other day, but yes, limacol is here. And even when I finish shaving, I just put that on my face, or having a shower, I splash myself down with the limacol, and it's something to keep. And I've got that in my medicine cupboard, and I'm really happy about that. The other thing I discovered was, of course, I'm not missing my herbal teas. I have that in my cupboard as long as the kitchen. Dalgety herbal teas, and I think he did apart from growing up, I drank a lot of the bush teas, the teas, the sweet broom, the Congo pumps, the lemongrass, and I give Dalgety teas great thanks for bringing out these teas again, so we can still have them here in Europe and in the UK and across the world. So yes, I love my herbal teas, and I will not stop drinking that. Though I must admit, I do drink my coffee and my chocolates and my cocoa and everything, but I still ensure I drink the herbal teas, and I think everyone should be drinking herbal teas. It cleanses the system, of course. It's very cooling and soothing, especially at nights. And the other thing which I found in can you remember this? Epsom salts. This is, of course, a laxative and a cleanser. And I remember Sunday mornings drinking. My grandmother would give me the Epsom salts. If it's not Epsom salts, it's castor oil. And I did not pick myself up on the castor oil, but there is castor oil around, which TS Food Worlds is bringing that here in the UK. So I remember having the Epsom salts. I hated the taste of Epsom salts, but yes, I do drink it from time to time. It's good cleanse the system, because I'm not one for junk foods. I do not go after the Big Macs and all this stuff around. I tend to have maybe one off the KFCs and all this, one off, but not really, because it's a lot of processed food and I really don't like it. Really not good for yourself as well. So hence, it's always good to have the Epsom salts and their Cenopods that I would like to get my hands on. I've got some Cenopods, but Epsom salts and Cenopods, castor oil, these are our cleansers. The other thing that I discovered is, I don't know if you use it, but I do, Andrew's liver salts. And actually, Andrew's liver salts, even though it's a laxative, it's also good for stomach burns. And one of the good things I use the Andrew's for, I still do, is whenever I have myself a drink, or I go out to a function, or I go out to some party and I come home at night, the first thing I do is have some Andrews. Reason why, it settles the stomach, and believe you me, I wake up feeling as fresh as ever. So it's always good to keep some Andrews in your cupboard. Upset stomachs, you feel sick, have a glass of Andrews, and believe you me, it's really, really good. Mental crystals. I recall using mental crystals many years ago, and in Guyana I have that, and you mix that with your Vicks, or mental crystals mixed up with a little bit of Vaseline, and they put that into your face. When you have a cold, breathing, you can't breathe, the chest cold, I know my grandma, and I never do without my mental crystals as well. Also, what I do with the mental crystals is that I take the crystals, and you can just, when you have a hot cup of tea, just drop one tiny bit into the tea, and it's amazing. It gives that vapor, and it vaporizes, and it gives you that clearness in the nostrils and the head. Really good. Mental crystals will not do without that. And then there's cinnamon oil, which I discovered. Use that now and again. Probably put that in my tea. You can use cinnamon oil for other things as well. And then also I have got the peppermint oil, and that is good. I usually use peppermint oil in my tea. Again, I always do a drop of peppermint oil at tea time, especially in the winter. Peppermint oil, or I rub that on my forehead. These are little herbal treatments that I grew up with years ago in Guyana, and I'm happy that I can still find them, and they're still available, and which means that if they're available, it means that we can use them, because they're healthy, they're good. And then there's aniseed oil, which of course is very good, and that again I do drop, especially if I'm making in a baking bread or something like that. I drop some aniseed oil, because I can't get the aniseed itself. I do 2 drops of aniseed oil into the bread, whatever. I'm mixing bread. I hardly eat bread anyway, but I eat more dal puri than bread. So, but yes, I do enjoy that. And finally, one of the things I never do without, and every time anyone is coming from Guyana, I oftentimes ask, hey, can you bring me some bitter sticks? These bitter sticks, I tell you, for me, they're the best. Goes back again using bitters. I grew with bitters, and things like the Corilla bush. Corilla, I love Corilla, even Corilla here. You can't get the Corilla here in the supermarkets, the Indian supermarket or the Asian supermarkets. If you go in there, they have got them cut and frozen. And I have Corilla and okros and mince. I have that. I don't want to squeeze the Corilla out. I love the bitter. So is anything bitter. I love the bitter. So the bitter sticks, that I drop into my water bottle. I have my water bottle in the fridge with water, and if I need, I'm always drinking the bitter stick. Good for your skin, cleanses you out, good for the system. And there are a lot of herbal bushes and medicines that we have in Guyana that I think this generation needs to really be aware of, and it's nice if people can still go back to our roots. Let's just stick with the herbs. Not saying you're not allowed to have other things, of course we can, because of course, but if we look at the medicinal purposes and how helpful they are and healthy they are for us, we'll stick to that. And I think for me, I'm not going to give up my herb, my bitter sticks, my Corilla bushes, and everything that I can, and whenever I can, and I get to Ghana, the first thing I'm going to get is get my bitters. Believe me, no cocoa, no coffee. Get me my bush, conga plum, teasum, sweet broom, lemongrass. I would drink that without milk as it is, and then the odd off you'll have a coffee, but you know what I mean. That's it. So yes, here it is. And I thought today I wanted to talk about herbal medicines and look at things that, because you know, we're getting out of the COVID, and if we're getting out of the COVID, I keep saying again, let's keep building our immune system, let's keep cleaning ourselves, let's keep cleaning our bodies, and we will of course be healthy. First thing, the funny thing about it is that a lot of people have been pinged. I mean, since they opened up, because there's this app on your phone which, if you've been in contact with someone who's got the virus or who's got whatever, it pings you and tells you to isolate. Thank God for that, you know, for all the year or months that this thing has been going and I've been talking with you, is that I've never been pinged. I've never came down with anything such like that. Again, because I'm sticking in my bubble, I'm sticking to the rules. Let's drink our cod liver oil tablets. That's another thing, cod liver oil. I forget to mention that. 7 Seas cod liver oil. This is one of the things that I drank as well. And I learned, this is to build your vitamin D's, you know, your bones, cod liver oil tablets. So let's stick to what we know. Let's teach others what we know. So they and all of us can also be healthy, and we don't have to depend on chemicalized stuff. Not every time you're sick, you go to the doctor, tablets. No, we can build and we are healers. We can at least heal ourselves in different ways with our herbs. So in the meantime, until we get together again, Carl Brown saying to you, it was a pleasure. Feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll be happy to respond to you, even though I may not be on as regular as you expect, but I am always here. So until we meet again, keep in touch and stay healthy.